Canadian, a Brit, an Aussie, and a redneck walk into a bar. And that bar's name is the ESO Squadcast. Hey guys, I am your host, Fight.
Hey, I'm Jax, your co-host, and these are our guests.
I'm Taser.
I'm MadTriforce.
Greetings, I am Volteer.
And today we are talking about the Aedra and the Daedra and why they're cool as crap, and some of them are kind of annoying.
Why most of them are kind of annoying.
Yeah. My personal favorite, not gonna lie, my personal favorite Aedra is either Talos. It's a kind of a mashup between Talos and what's his name, Auriel or Akatosh, whatever you guys want to call him.
Yeah, well,
Auriel and
Time
Akatosh.
Dragon.
I mean, is Talos really an Aedra?
Well, yeah, he is. You can tell because he gives you you get a blessing for worshiping him.
What if that blessing is just a hallucination?
Stop. We get it. You play high elves.
No, I don't. I don't actually. I actually hate the high elves.
Actually, okay.
I believe the word you were looking for was pedantic. He was being pedantic.
Yeah, no, I know. But definitely favorite has to be Akatosh though. Yeah, favorite Aedra. What is your favorite Aedra, Jax?
My favorite Aedra, probably none of them. I don't really care about Aedra. No, I don't have a favorite.
So you're a Daedra person.
They're just kind of there. Actually, I'm more of a none of them person.
Oh, you don't
Actually,
like
hang
them?
on a minute.
Dude, they're
all
all so cool.
Do the moons count as Aedra? Are they Aedra?
I don't think so. I know
Yeah, okay.
Magnus is kind of an Aedra, but not
Magnus,
really. Magnus, the legendary chess player.
Funny.
I just didn't get the joke in the beginning. Jax is an Aussie. Triforce and I are rednecks. Taser is a Brit, and Volteer is, of course, a Canadian. So that's why we did that little bit. But yeah. So the Aedra, first of all, for anyone who doesn't know, because I kind of jumped the gun there, the Aedra are basically the planets, and they all were originally they were gods, and they lived in Aetherius. So did the Daedra. The Aedra then gave part of their power to create Mundus, which I believe is Nirn.
They were tricked into doing so.
They were tricked into
by
yeah.
Lorcan, I believe.
By who?
I believe it was Lorcan.
Lorcan.
Lorcan?
Lorcan.
Who's he again?
Lorkhan.
Who's that again? Isn't that the
He's another god. He tricked the Aedra into making Mundus, and then he trapped them all in there.
And his heart was the focal point of Morrowind.
Yeah, basically the Aedra created Mundus, which I believe is like the space.
It's the plane that Nirn lives in.
Yeah. It's the plane of Oblivion that is Nirn.
No, Nirn is the planet.
Yeah, Nirn is not a plane of
No, not Nirn.
Mundus is the space of that planet. Oblivion is the area of.
I thought it was technically a plane of Oblivion.
Oblivion is a space between Mundus and Aetherius.
Oh yeah. But
and I believe it takes the form of like the gaps in a spoked wheel. I believe that's what Oblivion takes the form of.
Yeah. It's kind of like the it's like the analogy I saw was it was Mundus in the middle, and then around that is Oblivion, and around Oblivion was Aetherius.
Yeah.
Because Aetherius was everything.
Yeah.
But then they were the Aedra were tricked into making the world, except for I believe Magnus, who was like,
Daedra,
"Oh heck, I'm out of here." And they
wait,
Daedra,
isn't Aetherius the intersection point between Anu and Padme?
Huh?
Isn't Aetherius the intersection point of Anu and Padme?
What is that? I feel like that's I don't know what that is.
Are they the
Padme is essentially
created Aetherius?
Anu is like matter. Padme is like antimatter in a sense. That's the best way I can describe it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know actually. What I do know is I know that Aetherius is kind of a place. That's where
Also,
Big Daddy Magnus is.
The source of all magica.
Yep, all magic comes from Aetherius. Also, I do know that Oblivion kind of sucks.
I kind of have a theory about
Plane.
it.
Yeah, it depends on the plane. But like for instance, I would really enjoy living in the plane of Big Papa. Not that Big Papa. Yeah, we'll talk about who that Big Papa is. But the other one, the hunter dude,
Hircine.
Hircine.
Yeah.
Hircine
Lord
is
of the Hunt.
definitely, yeah, he's a big boy. I would love doing that, just like running around hunting. But so Volteer, who is your favorite Aedra?
It's a tie between Akatosh and Julianos, I believe, the one whose symbol is geometric in nature. That is Julianos, correct? Yes, Julianos.
Yeah. Then you have what's the other guy?
Stendar?
Yeah, Stendar. Big Papa Stendar. Gonna purge all the non-believers. I really, my biggest thing about the Aedra, right, is they aren't represented well. Like they are a huge part of life for the people of these games, and they're kind of treated as this kind of throwaway thing.
Yeah, exactly. And also then, amongst the different games, the different pantheons of each race aren't represented properly. For example, in Skyrim, the Nords should have had a completely different pantheon of gods with different names, except they just gave them the Imperial...
May I interject something?
They should be named differently, but they should be the same thing.
Yeah, they are the same beings technically, but...
On Nern, every... You go ahead.
May I interject something?
Yeah.
On the previous topic of Stendar, rather odd thought popped into my head. Imagine if the Vigilants were similar to the Space Marines from Warhammer 40k.
Never played.
I haven't played the game. Yeah. What they remind me of is they're kind of just religious nuts.
Yeah.
That's just how I
Essentially,
feel.
correct. That is essentially
Crusaders, pretty much.
Makes some difference.
They're like
yes,
garbage,
Crusaders
though.
were able to destroy planets. That's what Space Marines are essentially.
Right.
My actually I think that especially with the Aedra and with the Daedra too, the Daedra are shown as being more powerful, which they are in a sense.
As they still have all their power in not having given part of
Yeah,
it.
except for the Aedra and Daedra, or the Aedra have more control over Nern, I believe.
Yeah, because they're in Mundus, aren't they?
Because they're in Mundus.
And the Daedra can't really go into Mundus.
They have almost no power unless they are in Mundus, such as Big Papa Mehrunes Dagon when he was in Mundus.
During the Oblivion Crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Oblivion Crisis. Can we be honest? Turning into a dragon god is just not fair.
Why?
Like, I wanted to turn into a dragon
Didn't that
god.
kill him, though? Didn't that kill Martin?
Only a lot.
It turned him into stone.
It turned him into a stone dragon statue, yeah.
That's actually kind of awesome.
Wait,
Yeah,
so did,
no,
did
I mean,
he become
he's-
Akatosh?
Yeah. He became Akatosh. Well, he became an aspect of Akatosh.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, no, he didn't. No, he
I think
according
the proper term
to,
you're looking for is Avatar, maybe. I believe.
according to the main character of Oblivion, aka, if for those of you guys who don't know, that the main character of Oblivion is 100%. What's his name? He's a Daedra.
Sheogorath.
Sheogorath, the Daedric Lord of
Yeah.
Madden.
Sheogorath. He's 100%.
He's for everyone.
Like, because if you didn't know, Jigalag, the original Sheogorath, actually is
Greymark.
Jigalag now. He's complete Jigalag, 100%, forever. Because he was separated from Sheogorath, so you are now Sheogorath.
Through the process of mantling.
Yep. But a lot of that raises a lot of questions about how that happens. But if it's for me, it happened at a time where it's really an interesting time for all of this to happen at once. Also, another thing to be mentioned, if is Talos Aedra, or would he be Daedra? Because he didn't help create the world, so he can't be Aedra.
He wouldn't be a Daedra because
Or-
he's not in Oblivion, is he? He'd
Yeah,
be
or would
something
he
else
be- or
entirely.
would he be-
He's just a being. He's just like
Yeah, or would he be an Aetherius? So that would make him a
he's an
what's it
Aetherius.
called? So I guess it would make him an Aedra. I guess because I don't know, because he's not an original being. Because the only other being in Aetherius is an original being.
Wait, wouldn't he technically be Magna Gi? Because Aedra are those who gave energy to create the world. The Daedra are those who basically watch over from Oblivion, and Talos is somewhere.
Talos
He's
would
in,
be a Magna G, because the Magna G are the Elner Fae that followed Magnus and left.
Unless Nirn's moon was Talos, but that's not true
It's
because
not.
Nirn always had a moon. Yeah, I know. But it's like Talos has to be something else entirely.
Indeed.
So, personally, I think that he's kind of in the same board as Magnus, where he's neither Aedra nor Daedra.
Yeah.
He just is.
He's a divine, technically, is what he is.
Yeah.
Like Magnus. I guess Magnus would be a divine too. Right?
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's I
He's
think
divine.
he's worshipped.
He's not worshipped.
He's not in the High Elf pantheon. They worship Magnus.
That's because the High Elves freaking suck. I'm kidding. No, definitely. I do like Magnus. He's pretty cool.
His artifacts are rather interesting.
What are they?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, the
he
eye.
is the most powerful.
The eye and the
artifact.
staff.
He has
The
the
eye
most
is kind
powerful
of odd. The
artifacts.
staff is just useful as all hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the eye just is an infinite source of ethereal magic. And I don't mean ethereal, I mean ethereal as in Aetherius.
So it's basically an arcane nuke?
No, it's an arcane battery.
A giant one.
Yep.
Good batteries on
No. Yeah, kinda. It's more like a battery.
Can I
So-
throw out an idea?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why there's portals to Oblivion and not to Aetherius, because it's easier to get to
There's a portal to it.
Oblivion first, then to
Yeah, no, it's
Aetherius.
closer. I believe that I believe he just went to the sun. Wouldn't that take you to Aetherius?
Well, you
Obviously,
have
I'm
to go
kidding.
through Oblivion to do that.
Well, no, because if you remember, if I am remembering correctly, Magnus, when he left Mundus, created the sun.
Yes, but the sun, that hole he created, is actually between. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think the hole is between the Oblivion and Aetherius, because like the night sky you can see, like in the games, is
The
Oblivion.
way to think about it would be that the hole for the sun would be like the spoke of a wheel if you were to use that visualization of the world of the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it is the most important thing.
And so
It's like a quick travel.
To travel through Oblivion.
Yeah, you'd have to travel. Technically, you would have to travel through the sun, but I think it's more like a wormhole. So you will travel through Oblivion. You'll just travel through it much faster than if you were to dimension hop to Aetherius, which would be very difficult.
Yeah. So going back to
so
talking about
next up-
before, Volteer, you said Julianus was one of your favorites. Why is that?
Yeah.
Personally, it's mainly due to his association with mathematics, is from what I remember correctly.
Right.
Yeah, he is the wisdom god.
Yes, I do have a rather strong affinity for things along the lines of mathematics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. All right. Next person we're gonna ask is we haven't heard from you much, Taser. So, Taser, who is your favorite Aedra?
Ooh, that's difficult. I'd probably... I'd probably say Akatosh and maybe Talos.
Oh wow,
people saying
same boat as me.
A lot of people.
Because
like that.
Akatosh is a dragon god. Okay.
Because Akatosh is linked to the Dragon Ball.
He's literally time and a dragon god.
And linked to the Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And his bow is able to create
It's able to mess
but
with the
basically
sun.
beams of
it's not-
energy.
Is it? Hang on a minute. Is it his bow? Is Oriel, Akatosh, and Alduin the same being, or are they separate?
Yeah, Oriel is Akatosh.
Yeah, Akatosh is Oriel, and then the next
Alduin is Akatosh's child, in a sense.
well, listen, this is actually
Oriel,
an interesting
Akatosh,
thing. I believe that the next iteration of Akatosh would be like kind of how Oriel then turned into Akatosh. Akatosh turned into Martin, in a sense, or maybe that's backwards. But Martin did turn into Akatosh. That was Akatosh. As I said, Sheogorath says that he turned into a dragon god, which he might just be rambling. But I think that's a little too distinct for him to have just been rambling.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like he would have definitely embellished on the aspect, because that would you know, because he still wants the glory from that thing. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Because that's just the nature of the character, is that he likes attention.
Glorior.
He totally is. But next up would be Triforce. Who's your favorite Aedra?
I want to go back to that for a second. So if Oriel and Akatosh, if you think they're the same being, what about Alduin? Wouldn't Alduin also be the same being?
Alduin is the sun.
Alduin's purpose is to destroy
Alduin, Oriel,
the
and
world
Akatosh,
for the next Tulpa.
Alduin is on the
children?
same wheel.
The three of them are supposed to be the children of Akka, the time god. Except in this time
Isn't
whatever
it?
it's called, Akka doesn't exist. And so
Isn't it
Oriel
Oriel?
and Akatosh become the same being, which means
Yeah, isn't it?
Alduin
Oriel,
should also
Akatosh,
be
and
the
Alduin?
same being.
Well, oh my god, now we have the three. Dang it.
But then there's a
the
thing where Perry
Trinity,
take Akatosh's place in the next Culpa.
No. Akatosh is not Oriel, nor is he Akatosh is Oriel. Alduin, which actually, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Alduin is pronounced Alduin. It's so weird.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
It's dragon tongue. It's people always like Alduin and I love how they nailed it. There's so many different ways to pronounce his name, and so many people pronounce it differently because no one really knows except for the main character who speaks.
Actually, it is pronounced in the game.
It's pronounced Alduin in the game.
Is that what Parthenax
Like by
says?
Alduin himself.
Parthenax, not Alduin.
Oh yeah, no, didn't Alduin say that?
No, Parthenax tells you when you go up to the threat row to figure out how to call. His name escapes me.
Odaving.
Odaving, that's the one.
I love Odaving. He's a good
Same.
boy.
He's great.
I don't know if I like the decaying death dragon dude.
Yurnavir.
Yeah.
I don't think I.
He was a dragon who tried to become a necromancer. Got shafted for it.
Shafted. You right?
One way of putting it.
But back onto is Alduin Akatosh. No, because in this iteration, which I believe this is which iteration is this? Do we know?
No, I don't think so.
I don't believe so. I don't think those actually in that world are really able to know what iteration that world is in.
Most people don't even know it. I don't think most people even know it's an iteration. The Red Guard do, because they came from the previous iteration. So did the left-handed elves, but then they got purged by the Red Guard.
Well, it's not the Red Guards technically didn't. It was for the Yokudens.
Well, yeah, no, it's they're the descendants of. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. But do they actually still know that or not?
I would think.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyways,
in this iteration, Alduin is the son of Akatosh.
Wait, really?
Yep, the firstborn of Akatosh. He is the son of Akatosh.
In previous iterations, they're brothers.
Now here's another question. If Akatosh is the father, who is the mother?
I don't think they're.
Nah, it doesn't work
actually
like that.
demons,
He's a
but
god?
They're gods, yeah.
Probably energy.
He's a
and all
god,
that.
so he just created him.
So energy.
Yeah. So finally, Triforce, we're finally getting to you. I'm sorry we've blown you off this entire time.
Yeah.
You're up. Who's your favorite Aedra?
Can it be a Daedra?
No, we're gonna
We'll
get to
talk about
Daedra in a little bit.
after,
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do not like any of the Aedra, which one do you hate the least?
Yeah. Yeah, Jax, who do you hate this least?
Yeah. I don't hate any of
I'm
them.
kidding. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you after Triforce.
I think Talos, because well, he's the one that just like is heard the most. He seems like a popular figure throughout the game and the culture. So culture-wise, I would choose him because he's the most profound.
Most def. All right, now Jax finally has to give us the straight answer. Who does he hate the least?
Hang on a minute, I'm just doing some research.
Really?
I'm just trying to find out if the Massa
I
and
told
Secunda
everyone
are
to do their research. Okay, so
We're professional, right?
yeah. This is the first. If you guys are coming back to watch this after a different podcast, this is our first podcast. This is the absolute first one, and it might even be the last.
We don't hope that.
Let's hope it's not.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun doing this.
So I'm just gonna break the rules and say my favorite Aedra, even though they're probably not Aedra, Massa and Secunda, the two moons. And basically, the only reason for that is I fucking love the Khajiit. They're my favorite.
I called it.
And they're and you know their culture is defined by the moons.
Yeah.
You have a rather interesting culture, don't they?
They have,
Yeah. Wait.
the Khajiit probably have the most unique pantheon because they worship some of the Aedra as well as some of the Daedra, but not all of them.
I believe
they
they
worship
call
the Daedra tree.
Shigora cat.
They call him Shegarath.
They basically
or
worship-
Cat. Yeah, they have like a cat name for all of them. For example, Shegarath, as they call him, is known as the skooma cat.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Because he gave them skooma. He's like the drug dealer,
yeah,
the god of drug dealing.
yeah. They definitely have the most
All right.
interesting.
So now we go to the fun part of this discussion. Favorite Daedra. So,
Oh boy.
my favorite, personally, right? This is just personally. I actually really like Molag Bal. Let me explain before you guys start being like, hey, but my biggest baby. I like Molag Bal for the fact that he kind of has this really imposing, his very imposing nature, and he also is very interesting. From he has a huge god complex.
He's
Well,
a big
he's a
blue
god,
suit
sir.
looking guy who blasts skulls and
Also, my favorite
else.
thing ever is, so if you guys didn't know, Marin's Dagon is actually just very weak,
Really?
but he's always portrayed as this super powerful being. But he's one of the weaker ones. Well, it's Pyrite, who is a little bit
Periate.
Pyrite,
Pyrite's
who
a
is I
fucking
was thinking of the
mineral.
stone Pyrite. Yeah.
Periate. Daedric Prince of Pestilence and Natural Order.
Yeah, people think that he is super weak.
But he's
Isn't
going to
Periate-
be supposed to take Akatosh's place in the next Culpa.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
Pyrite's the next is in the next cycle will be Akatosh?
more or less. Yeah.
That's
Wait, how do we know this?
interesting.
How do we know this?
Yeah, how do you know this?
I read it on a wiki.
Uh,
Oh no, was
It
it
was a
on
while
which
ago.
wiki was it?
Isn't he a dragon as
Good.
well?
Most likely the Elder Scrolls
yes,
wiki.
Periite
But
is the dragon, as well.
Yeah.
yes. Or at least takes the form of a dragon as either a mockery of Akatosh or acknowledgement that he will take his place in the next Culpa.
Nah, that's interesting. I didn't
It's
know that.
interesting.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And one of the reasons why he's my favorite Daedra. Go ahead.
Oh, nice segue. So Periate's your favorite Daedra.
Yes.
And that's the reason, is because he either mocks Akatosh, which is, by the way, that's a pretty big thing to do.
Or he's going to take his place in the next Culpa. And the other reason is because he is the Daedra Prince of Disease. And one of my other favorite games is Prototype, which you play as a sapient colony of viral cells.
Nice. Nice. All right, so next up on our list is Taser. Your favorite?
Difficult again, but I would probably go with you and say Molag Ball.
Oh yeah, dude, Taser and I are on the same way.
Only because he has the most amazing weapon,
And his
in
voice
Skyrim.
is just so imposing.
And his voice, yeah.
Just like, hey, Molag Ball.
The ultimate spiky beat stick.
The ultimate spiky beat stick, yes.
The ultimate spiky meat beater.
That too, yeah.
It
works
I
wonders.
knew we were going to get to the innuendos eventually.
Yeah, it's
With Molag Ball, that's an inevitability.
Yeah, no. It would have been blasphemous if we hadn't.
it's sort of another thing as well, because the guards sort of notice it when you're carrying it as well. They're like, get it away from me, get it away from me.
Yeah, because they know you're about that. They know how powerful he is.
They know how powerful he is, so yeah, they don't want to
Definitely, he's a
be
big
part of that.
They don't want to be involved with him because he also is kind of like this. They seem kind of as this gross evil, you know, because of if you guys don't know, he is the god freak basically.
Do correct me, but is he used for not that
Transforming people.
transforming people to vampires? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And those who transformed are, I believe, the ones normally only capable of becoming vampire lords.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Yep, he is a very, very strong boy.
On par with Jigalag or no?
Jigalag is the strongest. Nobody beats Jigalag.
No, Jiglag is weak as at the moment. He has no power. He's still rebuilding his Oblivion plane.
Yeah. He's still
Even
strong.
then, I'm pretty sure he's still someone you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah, true.
He still has the power. He still has more power than the other Daedra. Because remember, the other Daedra are powerful, but he straight up, it took all of the other Daedra to beat him.
And even though they didn't truly beat them, they just fucked with his head.
They just sealed him up.
They
They
fucked
basically
with
just
his head.
stalled him. They stalled him.
Sorry, for clarity, are we talking about Jigalag as in Seogorath or Jigalag
No,
as in
Jigalag.
the
original.
same version?
The actual Jigalag, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Jigalag is one of those guys that you mess with. If you mess with him, you've messed with the wrong person.
Basically, like he's like that guy in the gym who's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's the guy you don't want near.
All right.
Because he will mess up your day. So next up, Jax.
All right.
How about you?
My favorite Daedra, by far, is Clavicus File. Just because,
That's interesting.
yeah, his personality, he's just a bundle of fun, you know?
Yeah.
Basically all
Yeah,
of his
definitely.
Are you
dealings...
including Barbas or no?
Well, I'm going to get to that in a minute. All of his dealings with Mundus are just to fuck with people for his own pleasure, pretty much. And that's just hilarious.
So basically, you.
Yeah, pretty much. And also, just whenever he randomly feels like it, he just cuts off part of his own sentience and makes something random. Like the Umbra Sword or Barbas. If you know, Barbas is actually just a part of Clavicus
Well,
File,
he didn't
which
do
is
the
like-
Umbra Sword just for fun.
He didn't?
He made the Umbra Sword. No, he made it for a reason. He was trying to get jealous of the other guys' artifacts. And so he sealed part of... So he was tricked into sealing part of his sentience into it. And that eventually became a full person. Like an actual person. Who is Aedric in power. Or not Aedric, Daedric in power, but slightly less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
catch him, I'm throwing at you. He is very powerful. Umbra is not someone you'd want to mess with. Yeah. He
Also,
could
Barbas is just
probably.
really fun.
Yeah, I like Barbas. Barbas is a good boy. Dude, I just wanted to pet Barbas.
Yeah.
Anyone who killed Barbas is awful.
Oops.
You're awful.
I know.
Dang it, Taser.
The weapon was nice.
No, it's not. It is garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah, the enchant is garbage, but it looks nice.
I've never
No,
done
it
that side of
doesn't.
the quest. I always go for the mask of Kavika's file.
Yeah.
I've
I
never
always-
actually completed that quest.
You never completed that quest? It's a really interesting quest. I will say.
I've gotten to the point of the cave and being sent to get the item, but that's about as far as I've gotten.
It is a tedious quest.
Very
That's
tedious
as far as
quest.
I've gotten as well, because you can actually end the quest in that cave, which is what I always do.
Yeah, you
Save
can actually keep Barbas forever if you want. So
Yeah.
like,
I'd rather not, because I am not a dog person.
I am a cat person too,
Cat person.
but it's Barbas. Yeah, I gotta go with Barbas. You know.
I do like cats, but I am most interested in reptiles, as some of you may know.
Oh, yeah, I know. Don't worry.
Yeah. So our next person to state their favorite Daedra and why is gonna be MadTriforce.
In all honesty, I just have one question to kind of start this off with. The true masters of the soul card, are they considered Aedra or Daedra?
The ideal masters, they are considered Daedra, I believe.
I don't
Yeah.
think they're either.
Not Aedra.
I remember Camel.
Well,
Camel
you
Watts
don't
made a
necessarily
video.
have to be evil. Not all Daedra are inherently evil.
The true
Yeah,
masters.
not all Aedra are inherently good, and not all Daedra are inherently evil.
Most of the
take
Aedra are
Meridia, for
inherently
example.
good, and most of the Daedra are inherently evil.
Take Meridia, for
There
example.
is-
She was a former Aedra, or
Who? Who was?
Meridia. She's a former Aedra, I believe.
Oh yeah, but she was a dick.
No, she wanted some Daedric. Woohoo!
Oh,
That's basically why she became a Daedric prince. She
Really?
wanted to get some.
Wait, who did she want to get it with?
I don't know.
Probably more like.
All I know is that she wanted to get it with someone.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's super interesting.
So yeah, the true masters from the Soul Can, they're not Aedra or Daedra. They're
Ideal masters, not true masters.
ideal masters. They're mages who ascended to divinity, pretty much, and became
Oh.
insanely powerful.
They act more like businessmen than gods, though.
Yeah, they're not really
Yeah,
gods.
they do. They're not really, but they have the power.
They're-
essentially.
Yeah, they have immense power, but they're not gods. For instance, an Aedra can come up and just beat the crap out of them, or a Daedra could, but they don't because they don't really care about the soul card. The soul card doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things to the Aedra and Daedra,
Yeah, you can actually
unless
meet-
the person who goes there, is already promised to another Aedra or Daedra.
You can,
Then shit gets weird.
you can actually
next.
meet an ideal master in, I think it's Battlespire.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he's kind of a dick.
Are there like 3?
No, there's heaps of them.
How many
Kind
ideal
of.
masters are there? I thought there were 3.
I thought there was like.
In Skyrim,
No.
Yeah. Why did you have this vibe?
there is 3 Armadillo Masters in Skyrim.
Yeah, it was right.
In Skyrim, but not.
In the Karen, yeah.
So, should we talk about least favorite Daedra next?
Well, we still have to, don't we still have to hear Triforce's favorite?
I believe
Oh,
Matt's
that's
still.
right, Triforce.
Yes.
Because he started talking about ideal masters and never finished. So
Yeah,
continue.
so I'm guessing the ideal masters are.
Hello?
Huh?
Yeah, that was to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you. So, what is your favorite Aedra? Or not Daedra. I keep doing that every time.
Mine?
Yes.
I think it would have to be Sheergorth because of my playthrough of Oblivion.
She's for everyone.
But I thoroughly enjoyed trying to remember what I started with. I started with the M. It was the more crazy and colorful side of the place because of the vibrant plants that you could find and just the general attitude of the people.
Are you referring to the Mania side of the Shivering Isles?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, least favorite Daedra. Let's go with Jax. Why don't you speak first?
1 moment. My least favorite Daedra is fucking Meridia. She can go fuck off. Just for one reason, and one reason only. The beacon.
What's that?
The fucking beacon.
Oh god.
Oh gosh.
What is the beacon?
Oh, I hate it. Every time I see that beacon in the chest, I'm like, you can just fuck off. Fair, the Daedric quest for her is kind of cool. But other than that...
And the weapon you get out of it.
The weapon's quite good,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, what about you, Taser?
Me, I would probably say Naminia, I think her name is. I can't really pronounce it correctly. The quest you get Markar to get go into the catacombs
Malakath?
and sort out who's
Namira.
Namira, I believe her name is.
That's right. The
the one with the mushroom named after them. Namira's rot. That mushroom.
Yeah, that one.
Isn't that the skull of corruption?
No, it's the ring where you eat a person and you get a buff from her.
Oh
Skull
yeah.
of corruption is Veamina.
Yeah. Actually, I want to change my answer from earlier. Veramina is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I always forget about her, but I love her so much because she's just like, she's very deceptive, but in kind of a in a roundabout way.
She comes into your dreams, dude.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
The ultimate violation of privacy.
Ultimate violation of privacy, but she's super manipulative in this super roundabout way.
I'm guessing you choose to get the skull then.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I always save the guy.
Yeah, I always save the guy as well.
I've never
I put him
done
down. I put him down so fast. She was like, "Hey, you can kill this guy," and I was like, "I can do what?" And
I had him as a
razor
follower.
walked up behind him and just plunged it through his neck.
To be honest, the first Daedric artifact I ever encountered was entirely by accident.
Which was?
Probably guess what it was.
The beacon.
The beacon.
The mace, actually. That was the first
The
Daedric
mace.
artifact
Me too, actually.
I ever
Markball's
encountered.
mace was
And it was
person.
completely by accident.
Yep.
Alright, Triforce, you want to say your least favorite Daedra?
I think I'd have to agree with you, Jax, with Meridia and her beacon.
Hell yeah.
Just how I could find it in a chest and just like they always have that one side, just like, can I just leave this here or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Alright, what about
We
you?
all can relate to that.
Volteer, yours?
It's a tie between Molag Bal and Mehrunes Dagon.
Yeah, why those two?
Those are two actually like fan favorites. Like, or well, Mehrunes Dagon is like everybody loves Mehrunes. But
My reason for not liking Molag Bal is in its title. Daedric Prince of Rape and Domination.
Ah,
dude, yeah.
The reason for Mehrunes Dagon is because I'd assume followers of him would be most likely to use things within Periade's sphere of influence as a weapon, such as viral bioweapons and like that.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Give me a second. I gotta think of my least favorite because there's a lot of good ones. Like I like the Daedra a lot just because they're very interesting to look at from a psychological perspective. You know.
Shit! Remember another one I like. Hermaeus Mora. I like that guy.
Oh yeah, Hermaeus Mora.
He looks like he's basically the. How do I put this?
He's the librarian.
That too, but it's more with the form he chooses to take.
Oh no!
Wait, hang on a minute. What?
Oh no, Volteer, nope.
It's not because of that though. I cannot refer to him as, but that's not why I like him. I like him because he passes knowledge. The reason I like him is because of his obsession with knowledge, which I share to an extent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why I like him.
But I do joke about him because he's basically a mass of tentacles.
Yep.
And if you've been on the internet long enough, you know what that means.
Maybe he was who Meridia was trying to get with.
Oh no.
Nah.
So my least favorite actually is Hermaeus Mora.
Huh.
Only because of his treatment of Mirac. I think that is awful what he did to Mirac, and essentially, just he used him like a pawn. And I know that is very common, but at least there's usually a chance for you to get out of it, you know. But for Mirac, he didn't have a choice; he had to deal. So, sucks. But yeah.
I don't feel bad for him.
I don't, but at the same time, it's like you're put in that spot. Also, I kind of personally just Hermaeus Mora, his voice, it's just like butter, but everything he does is awful. He tries to control everything, and how he absorbed the mind of that one dude where he just stabbed him in the face.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That was cool.
Oh.
Wait, when did this happen? Or was that in the
Dragon Ball DLC?
Do you not have Dragonborn?
I have Special Edition. I've never actually gone that far.
Oh,
I haven't gone very far in the game.
Neither have I.
Well, do you want to?
I actually beat Dragonborn first.
Do you want us to not spoil it, or can we say?
Yeah.
I don't care about spoilers.
I don't care either.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So basically,
at the end, so you've been.
I got it.
With. Fine.
You can say it. You know what?
Nah, fuck you. You can say it.
No, you can say it.
Fine, I'll say it.
Fuck both of you, I'll say it.
So, basically, throughout the questline, you become friends with this Nord chick, I forget her name. And, they live in, like, this little village on the
Freya. Freya's her name.
Yeah, that's right, Freya. And at the end, Hermaeus Mora, towards the end of the questline, Hermaeus Mora kind of tricks the, dude, Freya's father. And he just gets a tentacle in the face.
And you get a word of power.
Yeah, and you get a word of power.
You
Good
basically
trade.
sacrifice this guy for a word of power, and it's super sad.
Good trade, though.
Almost certainly.
Trade.
Like, oh, good trade. Yeah, it really is.
What even is the word or the shout anyway?
It's the
Ben will
It's
shout.
one of the ones they use
will.
to take out like this weird standing stone things, right? The,
Also,
the
it's
slaves
the
ability?
dragon control shout, as I like to call it.
Dragon control shout, yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
that one.
it's super good. It's super good. It's the best shout in the game.
Oh, you mean the mind rape shout, essentially?
Yes, the mind rape shout. Yes.
It's like he's like, oh, the mind fuck shout. I like that. That's funny. That's funny. All right, so let's think. Now that we have all that out of the way, I have another question.
What's
This is the most debated question.
Go for
No
it.
doubt about it. In this game, right? Stormcloaks or Imperials?
Oh, I knew that was
Fucking
coming. How did I know?
Okay,
Because
let me
it's the most debated.
let me start off here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always go with Stormcloaks because they're more, they're more likable. They're like the underdogs and stuff.
They're
Also-
awful people.
Also, Rayloff is way cooler than Hadvar. Hadvar can go fuck himself. And except Ulfric Stormcloak's a dick, and he's only in it to give himself power. And ultimately,
They're also horrible racists.
they are.
That is true.
But ultimately, a Stormcloak victory is better for the Dominion, because with an Imperial victory,
Actually, the best thing for the Dominion is to keep the war going on. It's
Exactly.
But the second best thing is
Exactly.
Stormcloak victory.
but
the
that
truth. That is
splits
the
the
best
Empire.
result for the Dominion.
with a Stormcloak victory, the Talmor just go into Skyrim, fuck everything up, and kill everyone. Right? In an Imperial
Yeah.
victory, they like play the long game and wait it out a bit, and wait for the Empire to kind of crumble. And so basically,
But what about the assassination of the original of the Emperor in the
Assassin's
Dark
Quest?
Brotherhood thing? Because that's going to happen regardless, whether or not you do it or not. It will happen.
what's that got to do
Yes,
with Stormcloak, sorry?
but listen, yeah, but that emboldens the
There's
Imperials.
also a theory that it was actually an inside job, that one of the actual people in the higher up of the Empire actually ordered the hit. And it was actually planned as a way to embolden the people.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Like, because then you would have this,
And you'd be able to blame it on the Thalmor and Aldmeri Dominion, and
or if you wanted to, you could also blame it on everyone's favorites, the Stormcloaks. I actually really like the Empire for much the same reason.
I am also a fan of the Imperials. Sure, they try to cut off your head, but aside from the bitch of a captain, they're just doing what they're told.
But that, and they are much more likely to win the war against the Aldmeri.
That too.
Because the Aldmeri, everyone here can agree on this. The Aldmeri kind of.
And another thing everyone can agree on.
Hang on a minute. When
Bro,
you
what
say
side you pick? That captain at the start of the game, everyone hates her.
yeah, when you say Aldmeri, do you mean just the Ultimate or the Bosma and Khajiit?
The Dominion itself.
The whole Dominion.
I refer
Oh,
to the
then I have to
Dominion.
I
disagree.
mean more of the Thalmor
Okay.
and the Aldmer.
I don't like the Thalmor.
The
No one likes
Aldmeri
the
Dominion. The Aldmeri part of
Oh, Thalmor were technically a PMC that basically usurped the position of the
Usurped?
Aldmeri Dominion and went rampant, basically.
You mean usurped?
That might actually be how you pronounce that word. I've never
Yeah,
been
it's
home.
usurped.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yes, yes.
So basically,
Yeah,
what
I
it
know
comes
this
down-
because of Skyrim.
Basically,
a
what
word.
it comes down to is the war continuing is better for the Dominion. An Imperial victory is better for the Dominion. A Stormcloak victory is better for the Dominion. The only way it impacts negatively on the Dominion is if the Stormcloaks and the Imperials unite. And that's not going to happen.
Well,
So really, it doesn't matter
No.
what side you choose.
Unity through Dovahkiin.
Yeah.
yes and no, actually. A Imperial win would still be detrimental in the short term.
yeah,
And
short term.
especially no, wait, I'm not done. Especially with the victory of the
Hammer of the
especially with the assassination of the Emperor. You know?
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
since he's
rally the
dead-
people.
Since he's dead, they still have all of this pent up anger against the Thalmor. You see what I'm saying? It really
And the assassination would be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and let's loose the shitstorm. That is a massive war.
yeah, and the Altmeri would not be able to handle a
The
group
sea
of
of
They
men
absolutely would.
intelligence.
They absolutely would.
a sea of manly Nord.
Think about
The
this.
sea of men,
Empire-
orcs, and warriors in general just charging them.
Yeah.
The Empire
Orcs too.
is
Orcs.
pretty much just
They would be-
Cyrodiil, High Rock, and half of the Nords. The Aldmeri Dominion will wreck them, whether they're angry or not.
Well, let's remember that the Altmeri also don't have they don't have Morrowind, I don't think.
No, they don't. They have
Yeah, but-
Valenwood and elsewhere, but that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Black
They're
Marsh
still,
is
Also-
they're still
also-
the strongest
Black
force
Marsh-
in Tamriel, though.
No, not at all.
And as I said, Black
All
Marsh
they
and
have
Black
to-
Marsh, they're probably going to remain neutral because
Yeah.
they're just basically just trees.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Skyrim and Morrowind are very close in relations.
Mhm.
And also, who are very close are the well, actually, Black Marsh would go with the Altmeri.
What?
If the Dunmer sided with the Nords and
Yeah,
and the Empire. Well, most likely, but there's still a chance they wouldn't because they've already gotten their justice. You know.
Mhm.
So, I personally
And there have been some events in the past that have made Argonians people you don't want to fuck with for a short period of time. Such as during the Oblivion Crisis, when they not only pushed back the Daedra, but they pushed back into their own realm.
Actually, hang on a minute. Did you know that's not actually true?
Really?
Everyone
No.
believes that, but it's not actually true. It was popularized by one Reddit post, but it's not actually true. The Argonians didn't actually go into his Oblivion realm. They just fought back so much and so hard that they had to close the gate.
they defended themselves
They
the entire
defended
time.
themselves really well and basically won against the Daedra.
And
but
the
they
Jamar
didn't-
is like,
They didn't
"Fuck
actually
this."
go into the plane. They didn't actually go through the gate, but still.
No.
but they drove the
No.
Jamar to the point where they were just like, fuck this, we're gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
They did
that's
good.
exactly how it happened.
Well, I think that pretty much concludes the podcast at this point.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in to the first episode of our podcast. I would like to thank Taser, Triforce, and Volteer for joining Jax and I this week. Next week, we will have a different group of guests. And we've not yet decided on a topic, but I'm definitely excited, and I hope to see what's up. Jax, do you have anything else to say?
Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter.
Cheeky plug, why not? Cheeky plug, yeah, go for it.
Cheeky plug, guys. Welcome to the cheeky plug plug
Hashtag
blog.
sleep.
Yeah, but no, this is fun,
Also
and-
go and check out ESO.
Well, the only people
link in
watching this
description.
are gonna already be watching ESO.
Yeah, well, most of the people they're still like let's say whatever we upload on, whatever YouTube thing we upload this on, they might not everyone might not know it,
Yeah, true.
Oh, it couldn't
But,
be
if you
uploaded on
if you haven't
Daedra.
already, go sub to
No.
it. Pretty cool.
So yeah, this was fun. Hopefully it continues. It should be.
Yeah,
a
I really
weekly
enjoyed
thing.
this.
It should be a
Yeah, I
weekly
agree.
thing.
Yep, this is the weekly
Dude.
blog, and I hope you guys are probably gonna come back on eventually.
Yeah,
Most
Just-
likely.
Yeah, maybe in a few weeks.
yeah.
So definitely not next week or something. We gotta keep it fresh for our people. But I hope you guys have a good day, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
YouTube.com/JacksKangaroo.
Come on.
Fuck's sake, Jax.
What?